All right. Hi, everyone. Oh, sorry. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a brief but good tea break. It's lovely to be back with you all. And I have the pleasure of introducing to you the WikiWomen Camp 2023 core organizing team. We spent the morning and the first part of this afternoon segment looking backwards. What are the structures? What is the history? What is the legacy? What is the change and the impact? And we have a privilege of looking to the future together with this fantastic panel, if you'll allow me to introduce them. First, we have Joy Agyepong, who is a Ghanaian wikiwoman with 7 years of experience. She believes it's important to resolve imbalances on Wikipedia with persistence, thus by strengthening collaborations with the media, most importantly, expanding network and involving young girls as well without boundaries. She is inspired on how far we have come as a movement and hopes that we can still pass on the mantle of activism to the next generation. Next, we have Manavpreet Kaur, whose feminist journey is marked by curiosity. She has come to understand that curiosity isn't just about asking questions, it's about actively seeking knowledge and recognizing that the process of learning is ongoing and that every conversation, every encounter, and every experience has the potential to shape her perspective. Says Manav, every step she takes, every conversation she engages in, and every act of solidarity she is offered as a way for her contribution to this monumental journey in shaping a future where gender is not a barrier, but a bridge to understanding, empathy, and unity. And last but not least, we have Chinmayee Mishra, who has been contributing to Wikipedia since 2015. As a WikiWomen Camp organizer for 2023, Chinu believes that in creating a fair and inclusive space where everyone has a chance to thrive, free from discrimination and bias, because an opportunity never differentiates on the receiver's gender, and that's what keeps her motivated about gender equity-focused work. WikiWomen Camp COT, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Masana, for the wonderful introduction. I am Chinmayee. People know me in Wiki world as Chinu. I have been a volunteer in the movement for last 7 years, and this is my first Wikimedia here, and I'm happy to be here. Coming to the WikiWomen Camp thing, it has always been an inspiration as well as a dream for us to have it in Asia, and we are glad that we are doing the next edition in India itself, not even in Asia, but in India. So the camp will happen in October 2023. The dates are 28th, 21st, and 22nd October. Okay. So we will take this stage of Wikimedia 2023 to release our first logo for the WikiWomen Camp 2023. And we have the logo on screen.
Okay, so coming to the logo, this is the work which is a cumulative effort of the brand team at the Wikimedia Foundation and the core organizing team of WikiWomen Camp. So when we actually talked to them first, we actually let them know that we actually want to set some sort of association with all kind of activities that are happening in the movement, primarily focusing on WikiWomen and by WikiWomen. So in order to set this association, we were actually discussing, there was a lot of meetings that happened, a lot of conversation that happened within the team, with the branding team, and this is the outcome of that. This logo design has circles, diversity, and mandala, which are all concepts that can be linked to women in various ways, often highlighting the depth of their experiences, strengths, and interconnectedness. Here's how these concepts intersect with empowerment and identity of women. So this is the process of how we have reached here today. So this is the logo that we don't only intend to use for the camp, but also for all activities, as I mentioned earlier. So this is the same logo that we intend to use for Summit, for hackathons, for women in residence, and for any kind of activity that we are doing. So the initial design actually started with the atom shape, and then we actually evolved to considering mandala, because mandala is safe space, coming together, and is a journey to the center. And it also is representative of connections and completion, and also interconnectivity, along with representation of diversity. So here am I presenting to you the logo for WikiWomen Camp and for WikiWomen Summit this year. Okay, so for WikiWomen Camp, there are two cohorts that we are primarily focusing on. A lot of Wikimedians, all these experienced women who have been working for years to bridge the gender gap and to also focus on making this a healthy and inclusive space for women. They have talked about what kind of challenges they have faced, what is the need of the camp, and why we actually need to do it now. So this, the amazing fact about today is that 4 years ago, the same day, Rosie, I, and Camelia proposed organizing WikiWomen Camp in India, and we are so delighted to announce it today that it is happening in October in India now. So there will be two cohorts for the camp. The first one is strategy. The second one is capacity building. So every time when we are meeting together, we are coming together, there is a lot of energy in the room. There are a lot of ideas that are flowing. But sometimes when we leave that room, we actually fail to set that association. We fail to actually build on the dynamic of how we are together and how we have set that connectivity with each other. So that's why we wanted to focus on strategy. There are 3 sections of strategy. The first one is going to focus on research, primarily research related to gender gap. And also, here we're not saying that we'll be doing the research, it's just that we'll be identifying the priority areas for research so that the researchers in the outer world who are finding it as an interesting subject can actually choose those relevant subjects for their study. The second focus area would be designing an engagement plan so that we all have something that keeps us together and keeps us working. We intend to use Wikimedia Summit every year as a midpoint where we are meeting and discussing how far we have come and how we need to change our strategy to advance our projects forward. And the third section of this is, Chinmayee, you want to talk about this? Research, strategy, and engagement plan. So the next is capacity building.
So for the capacity building cohort, we have specifically identified some of the needs that we have found out from the survey forms, and eventually from past few conferences, we have collected the feedback data. Plus, we have taken the third set of data from the scholarship forms that we have received. Okay, that is another surprise for us because initially we had thought that when we'll open up, because this camp is happening after a gap of 6 years. The last camp happened in 2017 and this is 2023 already. So surprisingly, we got 444 applications as the scholarship applicants, and there were only 13.6% of the recipients, those who got confirmed, because we have limited seats for both the cohorts. For the capacity building cohort, we have some certain identified fields, and we will be doing a short Mentimeter exercise to highlight those. Those will be presented on the slide. You can have a look. Those are the focused areas. And accordingly, we will finalize the areas. The trainings will be designed in that way. The program team for the camp is working on preparing a workflow for the camp, and we will have that draft plan ready by next few days. Over to you.
Okay, so in order for us to satisfy the needs assessment that we made, we got over 440 applications, and there were certain needs which were categorized under the capacity building cohort as well as the strategy. And we want to just use a few minutes to go to the Menti link that has been shared for you to select 3 options on each cohort. Let us know what should be added to the program, because it's impracticable for us to have all the needs, used for the conference. So we'll be very happy for you to use just a minute to go to the link and then give us 3 options each under each category or each cohort. So under the strategy, we have this. It's quite a lot, so you can kindly skim through, see the ones that are the best option for you. Just choose 3 for the strategy, and then you choose 3 as well for the capacity building. Yes. So this is for capacity building. I hope we are not rushing you too much. Just kindly click 3 or give us 3 options under the Menti. If you're done, you can give me a hey. We will share the results after the conference. Are we done?
This Mentimeter link will be available also on the main Etherpad link for the Wikimedia. You can get that link from there and also spread it over your networks because we need more people to take the survey. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
There's only one thing that we'd like to request all of you is that we are here looking for messages and motivation to design the camp better. So please, if you have something for us to consider, some idea, some suggestion, or if you have a message for people who are going to fly down to India for WikiWomen Camp, please find us. We'd love to capture your thoughts and ideas in a video. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.